Here is 101 fascinating facts about Mercedes-Benz you can listen to while you fall asleep. Mercedes-Benz isn't just a car company, it's the inventor of the car itself. In 1886, Carl Benz patented the first gasoline-powered automobile, the Benz patent motor wagon. This three-wheel machine wasn't just a breakthrough in transportation. It sparked a global revolution in mobility, engineering, and industrial design. Bertha Benz, Carl Benz's wife, secretly took that first car on a 106-kilometer journey in 1888 to prove its reliability. She not only stopped to refuel at a pharmacy, buying Ligruin, a type of solvent, but she also repaired the vehicle along the way. This daring trip essentially became the world's first road trip. The name Mercedes comes from a 1901 vehicle developed by Daimler Motor in Gesellschaft, DMG. It was named after Mercedes Jelinek, the daughter of Emil Jelinek, a wealthy businessman and auto enthusiast. The name stuck due to the car's enormous success and soon became the brand identity. The famous Mercedes-Benz three-pointed star represents the company's ambition to dominate transportation on land, sea, and air. It isn't just a stylish logo, it's a corporate mission embedded into design, engineering, and even aviation history through its early aero engines. During World War II, Mercedes-Benz factories were repurposed to produce military vehicles, aircraft engines, and other war machinery. This dark chapter includes the use of forced labor, with tens of thousands of people working under horrific conditions. Mercedes has since acknowledged and taken responsibility for this past. The Mercedes-Benz 600 W100, produced between 1963 and 1981, was the car of dictators, celebrities, and billionaires. It featured hydraulic-powered everything: windows, seats, even the trunk. Despite its luxury, the hydraulic system was so complex that repair costs often surpassed the car's value. The Mercedes-Benz G-Class was originally developed as a military vehicle in collaboration with the Shah of Iran. Launched in 1979, its boxy design remains nearly unchanged. Despite its utilitarian origins, it's now one of the most luxurious and expensive SUVs on the market. Mercedes-Benz was the first automaker to introduce anti-lock braking systems, ABS, in a production vehicle. The 1978 S-Class, W116, featured this innovation in collaboration with Bosch, and it laid the foundation for modern vehicle safety systems like traction and stability control. The company once built a car so powerful it was banned from the track. The 1937 Mercedes-Benz W125 record wagon, designed for land speed records, used a V12 engine and streamlined body to hit 268 miles per hour, a speed that wasn't broken on public roads until 2017. Mercedes-Benz has a museum in Stuttgart that features over 160 vehicles and 1,500 exhibits. The building's interior spirals upward like a DNA helix, symbolizing the brand's evolutionary path through engineering, motorsports, design, and cultural influence, all under one futuristic roof. The Mercedes-Benz S-Class has consistently debuted groundbreaking technology. From airbags to radar-guided cruise control, and even night vision systems, the S-Class is often years ahead of its time, essentially serving as a preview of what everyday cars will eventually include. Mercedes-Benz once developed a fully functioning concept car powered by magnetic levitation. The F400 Carving and F125 were part of a series of concept vehicles that explored future propulsion systems, including hydrogen, fuel cells, and even artificial intelligence as early as the 2000s. The Mercedes-Benz Unimog is one of the most versatile and bizarre vehicles ever built. With portal axles, insane articulation, and the ability to climb 45-degree slopes, it's used in everything from military logistics to Arctic expeditions and even firefighting in volcano zones. The 1936 Mercedes-Benz 540K Special Roadster is one of the most valuable cars in history. One sold for over $11 million at auction. These Art Deco masterpieces combine German engineering with custom-built elegance, and many were lost or hidden during World War II. The CLK GTR, built in the late 1990s, was a road-legal race car that cost over $1.5 million. With a 6.9L V12 engine and a body designed for the FIA GT1 class, only 20 were made. It could do 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 3 seconds. Mercedes-Benz developed the first car with a crumple zone. Invented by Bela Barini, this innovation revolutionized crash safety by allowing parts of the car to absorb impact energy while protecting passengers. Before this, people believed rigid cars were safer, a deadly misconception. There's a Mercedes-Benz Pope Mobile. Several, actually. The most iconic is based on a G-Class and features a glass dome to protect the Pope while giving the public a full view. It's bulletproof, air-conditioned, and reinforced with security features fit for a head of state. The Mercedes-Benz W123 is considered one of the most indestructible cars ever made. Produced from 1976 to 1985, many of these diesel sedans are still running today in Africa, the Middle East, and Europe, often with over 500,000 miles on the odometer. In 2013, Mercedes-Benz became the first automaker to receive a license for testing autonomous vehicles on public roads in Nevada. The S-Class test vehicle used an array of cameras, LiDAR, radar, and AI, paving the way for today's semi-autonomous driving systems. The company has built cars for every niche imaginable, from ultra-luxury limousines to bulletproof military transports, fully electric EQ models, and even city buses. It's one of the few brands to operate simultaneously in motorsport, aviation, public transit, and consumer vehicles at the highest level. In 1995, Mercedes-Benz created the Vision AVTR, a concept vehicle so advanced that it responded to a driver's breath, heart rate, and hand gestures. Inspired by the movie Avatar, it featured a fully organic interior, a brain-computer interface, and wheels that could move diagonally like a crab. One of the rarest Mercedes models ever is the 300 SLR Uhlenhaut Coupe. Only 2 were built, and one sold at auction in 2022 for over $143 million, making it the most expensive car ever sold. It was so fast in the 1950s it embarrassed even Ferrari. In 1955, a Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR crashed at Le Mans, killing 83 people and injuring over 180, the worst accident in motorsport history. The debris exploded into the crowd, and Mercedes withdrew from racing for decades afterward as a mark of respect and responsibility. The Mercedes-AMG division started as 2 engineers working in a garage. Today, it's the high-performance wing of Mercedes-Benz, producing road-legal monsters like the AMG GT Black Series and the One Hypercar. Every AMG engine is still hand-built by a single technician. In Formula One, Mercedes-Benz has created one of the most dominant dynasties in the sport's history. Between 2014 and 2021, Mercedes won 8 consecutive Constructors' Championships and 7 Drivers' titles, largely thanks to hybrid engine mastery and Lewis Hamilton's relentless driving skill. The Mercedes-Benz EQS is the company's first all-electric luxury flagship. With a range of up to 453 miles, it's one of the most aerodynamic cars ever made, achieving a drag coefficient of just 0.20. It's a quiet, enhanced spaceship on wheels. Mercedes-Benz has designed armored limousines for world leaders, including Hitler, Churchill, Stalin, and modern presidents. Their Guard division builds vehicles to withstand explosive blasts, chemical attacks, and rifle fire, making them essentially rolling fortresses with understated elegance. The W124 E-Class from the 1980s was so well engineered that it was rumored to be overbuilt. Mechanics said it could last over 1,000,000 kilometers with only basic maintenance. It helped cement Mercedes' reputation for unmatched engineering and longevity. Mercedes-Benz has developed perfume dispensers for its luxury cars. In models like the S-Class and Maybach, you can choose between designer fragrances that are diffused through the climate control system, turning a daily commute into a sensory spa-like experience. In the 1970s, Mercedes-Benz tested experimental Wankel rotary engines. Though never mass-produced, these smooth high-revving engines appeared in concept cars and test mules. The company ultimately abandoned the idea due to efficiency concerns and emissions long before Mazda made them famous. In the movie Jurassic World, the gyrosphere ride vehicle was actually designed by Mercedes-Benz. The automaker has worked on Hollywood prop vehicles for decades, often creating futuristic, off-road, or luxury designs for use in sci-fi, spy thrillers, and even post-apocalyptic settings. Mercedes-Benz once developed a car powered by soybean oil. The BioBenz experiment was part of a renewable fuel project in the 1990s, years ahead of the mainstream biodiesel movement. It reflected the company's ongoing experiments with sustainability and alternative propulsion. The interior of the Mercedes-Maybach GLS 600 includes refrigerator compartments, massage chairs, Swarovski crystal elements, and noise-canceling technology so advanced that you can barely hear a pin drop. It's not just transportation, it's an isolation chamber of silence and indulgence. In 2018, Mercedes-Benz opened the world's most advanced crash test facility in Sindelfingen, Germany. The facility can simulate collisions at multiple angles and velocities, including pedestrian impacts and rollover scenarios, with dummies equipped with over 150 sensors measuring injury data. The 2023 Mercedes-Benz Vision EQXX drove over 1,000 kilometers on a single charge, on public roads, with plenty of energy left. The car used solar panels, recycled materials, and an ultra-efficient battery design, showcasing what might be the future of long-range electric vehicles. Mercedes once built a concept called the Bionic car, inspired by the yellow boxfish. The shape, though unusual, offered incredible aerodynamic efficiency. The car had drag coefficients lower than most sports cars and highlighted the company's interest in bio-inspired engineering. The Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren, released in the 2000s, was a result of a collaboration between Mercedes and McLaren. With a supercharged V8 butterfly doors and a carbon fiber body, it was one of the most dramatic and unusual Grand Tours ever produced. In Dubai, the police force uses a Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG as part of its luxury patrol fleet. Painted in white and green, it's not just for show. It's equipped with real radar tracking systems and the capability to actually chase high-speed criminals. Mercedes-Benz developed a fleet of autonomous robot taxis in collaboration with Bosch. In 2019, they began testing these self-driving cars on public roads in San Jose, California, part of the company's long-term strategy to integrate artificial intelligence into everyday transportation. Mercedes-Benz has collaborated with the fashion world, including limited edition vehicles inspired by designers like Virgil Abloh. The Project Maybach was a dramatic electric off-road coupe designed to reflect survivalist luxury, a bizarre mix of apocalypse readiness and haute couture styling. Mercedes-Benz once built an experimental concept called the C111, designed to test Wankel rotary engines, diesel power plants, and aerodynamic theories. Painted in bright orange, it looked like a futuristic race car from another planet. Though never produced, it broke speed records and still haunts auto shows. The Mercedes-Benz 600 Pullman, popular among celebrities and dictators in the 1960s and 70s, had such a complex hydraulic system that even the window switches could crush fingers. Some technicians say the vehicle was hydraulic nightmare, luxurious, but also dangerously over-engineered. Mercedes-Benz has its own in-house scent development division for car interiors. Fragrances are tested in climate chambers to mimic real driving conditions. Some even say specific scents are designed to influence driver mood, calming aggression or stimulating alertness during long highway drives. The company developed the world's first hybrid truck in 1969, the Mercedes-Benz LE 306. While the idea was ahead of its time and didn't catch on, it laid foundational work for hybrid powertrains decades before Toyota's Prius changed the game. In 2014, Mercedes-Benz debuted Magic Body Control, a suspension system that reads the road ahead using cameras. It adjusts each wheel individually in real time, so passengers glide over bumps and dips with an eerily smooth, almost floating sensation. The company has tested and developed technology allowing vehicles to communicate with each other. This vehicle-to-vehicle, V2V tech lets cars share real-time traffic, accident, and road hazard information, theoretically allowing a fleet of cars to behave like a coordinated digital swarm. In the early 1900s, Gottlieb Daimler and Carl Benz were fierce competitors, and their companies operated entirely separately. It wasn't until 1926, after World War I and economic hardship, that they merged to form Mercedes-Benz. Ironically, both pioneers never met in person. Mercedes-Benz was the first automaker to successfully implement adaptive cruise control in a production car. Dubbed Distronic, it appeared in the early 2000s S-Class models and allowed the vehicle to maintain a set distance from the car in front using radar. The company owns Smart, the ultra-compact city car brand, and helped pioneer the concept of ultra-small urban mobility. Though not everyone loved their quirky design, smart vehicles influenced how cities and automakers began addressing urban congestion and environmental concerns. In 2020, Mercedes-Benz developed an AI assistant named MBUX that can understand natural language commands. It not only controls navigation and climate, but can even engage in small talk. It learns from your behavior, making it eerily personal the more you drive. Mercedes-Benz has tested paint finishes that can self-heal minor scratches using sunlight and heat. These nanotech coatings are still largely experimental, but suggest a future where car paint can repair itself, similar to self-healing skin. The company operates one of the largest in-house driving simulators in the world. Located in Sindelfingen, it can simulate sharp turns, speed, vibrations, and traffic conditions in full 360-degree detail, allowing engineers to test human reactions to hypothetical road events. The W140S class, 1991 to 1998, had double-pane windows, self-closing doors, and even a rear parking post that would rise out of the fenders, long before backup cameras. At the time, it was mocked as overkill. Today, it's considered a peak of 90s engineering. Mercedes-Benz has built more than just cars and trucks. They've manufactured bicycles, buses, boats, and even airplane engines. Their diverse engineering arm once powered German Zeppelins in the early 20th century, blending luxury and aeronautics before jet engines took over. The Maybach division of Mercedes-Benz offers options so customizable that you can match your car's interior to your favorite watch, suit fabric, or even the wood paneling of your yacht. One customer even had gold thread embroidery of their initials stitched into every seat. In 2015, Mercedes introduced the F-015 concept, a fully autonomous luxury lounge on wheels. With swivel seats, wraparound screens, and touch-sensitive glass, it was essentially a private living room that drove itself. It felt more like a spaceship than a sedan. Mercedes-Benz developed a paint color called alubeam silver that uses ultrafine particles to reflect light in a liquid metal-like finish. It's so reflective and precise that it required a completely new paint application technique and cost thousands extra per vehicle. The AMG 1 hypercar uses an actual Formula One engine detuned for the road. It idles so high and runs so hot that it requires a team of specialists to maintain it. It's a street-legal race machine with true motorsport DNA. During World War II, the Mercedes-Benz factory in Mannheim built amphibious military vehicles like the Schwimmwagen under license. These strange, floating cars had propellers and were designed to drive directly into rivers and float across, combining engineering genius with grim wartime utility. The Mercedes-Benz 190e February 3, 16 once raced against BMW's M3 in the 1980s touring car wars. But before that, in 1984, Ayrton Senna drove one to victory in a one-make race featuring F1 drivers, including Lauda and Prost, marking the beginning of his legendary career. Mercedes-Benz once installed a pre-safe sound system in luxury models that plays a short burst of static inside the cabin during imminent collisions. This prepares your ears by triggering a muscle reflex, protecting your hearing from the sudden, loud noise of a crash. In the 1980s, the Mercedes-Benz 300 TD diesel wagon became wildly popular with wealthy Californians. Its indestructible engine, classic boxy shape, and European sophistication helped it achieve cult status, especially among Hollywood stars who wanted eco-luxury decades before Tesla arrived. The G-Class was once deemed too square for luxury use, but became a global status symbol. Even though it's based on a military design, it now sells with massaging seats, Burmester sound system, and leather stitched by hand. It's a tactical tank in a tuxedo. Mercedes-Benz invented the first car to have a driver's airbag and seatbelt tensioner system combined. Debuting in 1981, this S-Class innovation helped set new standards in vehicle safety worldwide, and later became legally mandated in many countries. A Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Gullwing from the 1950s can fetch over $2 million today. Its iconic doors weren't just for style, they were a necessity due to the high tubular chassis frame that prevented traditional side-hinge doors from opening effectively. The brand has experimented with mood lighting inside cars since the 2000s, but modern Mercedes models take it to the extreme, offering 64 customizable colors, animated lighting sequences, and color-changing schemes that react to acceleration, temperature, or even voice commands. During World War I, Daimler and Benz independently manufactured airplane engines. Some of these powered the infamous Fokker triplanes flown by the Red Baron. Ironically, the companies merged after the war and helped shape post-war civilian transportation. Some versions of the S-Class come with an energizing comfort program, a wellness system that synchronizes lighting, seat massage, music, fragrance, and climate control into modes like refresh or vitality, turning the cabin into a sensory reset zone during long drives. Mercedes-Benz has invested in flying car technology. In 2017, Daimler invested $30 million into Volocopter, a German air taxi startup. The Volocopter looks like a giant drone that can carry 2 people and may one day offer city-to-city airborne commuting. The automaker once experimented with transparent dashboards in the 1960s. Designed for concept cars, these see-through instrument panels gave drivers a clearer view of the road, but the idea was scrapped due to glare issues and poor readability under sunlight. In 2021, Mercedes became the first carmaker to receive approval in Germany for Level 3 autonomous driving, allowing drivers to take their hands off the wheel in traffic jams while the car assumes full responsibility, including in the event of an accident. The Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van, known for delivery work and camper conversions, has also been adapted as an emergency mobile command unit for governments, off-grid expedition base camps, and even luxury home offices on wheels complete with Wi-Fi, screens, and espresso machines. Mercedes-Benz partner with NVIDIA to bring advanced AI-powered digital dashboards and driver assistance systems. The collaboration aims to create a software-defined car with over-the-air updates, voice-activated everything, and systems that learn your habits to become more personalized over time. One of the earliest armored cars ever built was a 1928 Mercedes-Benz Nürburgring for the German police. It had bulletproof glass, reinforced panels, and rotating gun ports, long before modern armored sedans became a staple for politicians and royalty. The Mercedes-Benz Design-O-Manufacture program allows buyers to create one-off, fully custom vehicles, even requesting paint colors that match their pets, favorite paintings, or specific Pantone shades. Some customers have reportedly requested interiors that mimic the vibe of luxury yachts or palaces. The experimental Mercedes-Benz F200 concept featured a joystick instead of a steering wheel. This radical control system allowed drivers to steer, brake, and accelerate with one hand. Though never implemented commercially, it showcased how far Mercedes was willing to push cockpit design. At one point, Mercedes-Benz engineers tested using fish oil as biofuel. Although impractical at scale, this bizarre experiment was part of a push in the 1980s to find sustainable alternatives to diesel, resulting in some truly strange-smelling exhaust fumes during testing. The company once explored solar-powered cars in the 1990s, creating prototypes with roof-mounted panels that powered ventilation systems and battery trickle charging. While limited in practicality, these experiments paved the way for today's EQ lineup and hybrid range-extending systems. There is a Mercedes-Benz S-Class armored variant so secure it can withstand a grenade explosion, 47 fire, and even chemical gas attacks. This guard model meets VR-10 ballistic certification, one of the highest protection ratings in the civilian automotive world. In their classic TV ads, Mercedes-Benz frequently emphasized engineering over emotion. Yet internally, engineers refer to engine music when tuning exhaust and intake sounds, meaning that even the most rational carmaker still cares deeply about how its creations make people feel. And finally, every Mercedes-Benz, from the smallest A-Class to the most luxurious Maybach, shares one philosophy: the best or nothing. It's not just a slogan. It's an engineering mandate that has pushed the company to build everything from the first car to the future of mobility.